I speak the word of abundance. I speak the word of divine prosperity. I now erase from my mind every thought of lack, limitation, and scarcity. There is no shortage in divine mind, and I am one with the divine mind. Therefore, there is no shortage in my life. I walk in the light of infinite provision. I live in the consciousness of unlimited abundance. The floodgates of prosperity are now open, and the riches of the universe are pouring into my life freely, fully, and without delay. I do not strain, I do not worry, I do not shrink, I expand, I receive. I overflow. All that is mine by divine right is now released to me. It is mine by divine law. It is mine by divine timing. I let go of every fear of not having enough, and I claim my abundance. God is my immediate and eternal source of supply. I do not look to man. I do not look to circumstance. I do not look to the economy, or the news, or the numbers. I look to God, and God never fails. Therefore, I cannot fail. Therefore, abundance cannot fail to come to me. It is already on its way. I praise its arrival. I rejoice in its increase. I bless its flow. I shall not lack. I shall not lack for anything. I shall not lack provision. I shall not lack opportunity. I shall not lack wisdom. I shall not lack favor. I shall not lack resources. I shall not lack open doors. Everything I need is already prepared and on its way to me now. I speak it boldly. I speak it with authority. I speak it with the full knowing that the one who promised is faithful, and what has been spoken over my life will not return void. I shall not lack. I shall not lack. I shall not lack. I decree this over my finances. I decree this over my household. I decree this over my future. I decree this over every area where I have felt the sting of not enough. Not enough ends today. Overflow begins now. Large portions of abundance come to me quickly and easily under grace in perfect ways. Large portions of abundance come to me quickly and easily under grace in perfect ways. Again I say, large portions of abundance come to me quickly and easily under grace in perfect ways. Every bill is covered, every need is met, every desire is fulfilled. I do not beg to receive. I do not cower in fear. I know. I do not doubt. I speak the word, and the word does not return void. The law of prosperity is now working for me. The law of divine increase is now established in my life. What is mine cannot be withheld. What is mine cannot be delayed. What is mine flows to me with divine timing and divine order. I now stand fearless before the invisible. I speak the word of faith, and the word becomes flesh. I declare, abundance is mine now. Prosperity is mine now. Perfect channels of increase are opening now. I give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks under grace in perfect ways. God is my provision. God is my source. I turn away from the appearance of lack. I turn away from fear. I turn away from the lies that say I will never have enough. I look to the infinite. I look to the one mind, the one power, the one source. I lift my vision above the facts and fix it upon the truth. And the truth is, I am provided for. I am covered. I am not forgotten. I am not overlooked. I am not passed by. All things I need, all resources I seek, all the prosperity I desire is already complete in divine mind. There is no delay in spirit. There is no shortage in spirit. There is only supply flowing and full, endless and eternal. God is my source, and I am connected to this source through faith. I do not earn supply through suffering. I do not force prosperity through fear. I receive abundance through trust. I align with truth. I speak the word, and the word becomes flesh. I declare, I affirm, I know. God is my provider, and I shall not lack. I rest in this knowing. I relax into this truth. I do not need to see it fully to believe it completely. I believe it, and then I see it. I do not chase. I attract. I do not beg. I decree. I do not panic. I proclaim. And the word I speak is power. The word I speak is law. The word I speak moves the unseen and brings forth the seen. I now call upon my divine supply. I now claim my divine inheritance. I was never meant to live in poverty. I was never meant to struggle for what is already mine. I was never meant to go without, while the source of all things lives within me. These are lies of lack, not laws of God. The law of God is abundance. The law of God is sufficiency. The law of God is overflow. And I am under this law now, not the law of scarcity, but the law of spirit. I walk in a higher law. I live in a higher vibration. I move with faith and speak with authority. God is my supply, and large portions of abundance come to me quickly and easily under grace in perfect ways. I speak it again. Large portions of abundance come to me quickly and easily under grace in perfect ways. I do not worry how. I do not worry when. I only know the source, and the source is faithful. The source is endless. The source is mine. I now relax every muscle. I now soften every anxious thought. I now silence every doubt that whispers, "Not enough." I am safe. I am still. I am supplied. I do not need to push. I do not need to hustle in fear. I do not need to manipulate or strive or force. I walk in trust. I walk in flow. I walk in divine favor. What is mine is flowing to me. What is mine cannot be blocked. What is mine cannot be rerouted. What is mine by divine right. All channels of abundance are open now. All gates of increase are unlocked now. All barriers of scarcity are dissolved now. I let it come. I let it flow. I let it rise. God is my supply. I return to this truth again and again. I let it cover me like a warm blanket. I let it wash over me like a river. I let it settle me like the breaking of dawn. I am held. I am provided for. I am never alone in my need. I speak this word as law. All that I need comes to me now. All that I desire comes to me now. All that I have asked for is already complete in spirit. I open to receive. I open with peace. I open with praise. I praise the unseen provision. I praise the invisible hand that has never let me go without. I praise the process, for I know it is already done. My words are not empty. My words are seeds of prosperity. I speak them in love. I speak them in power. I speak them in full and unshakable faith. I do not need to feel ready to receive. I already am ready. I do not need to earn what grace has already provided. It is mine. I place no limits on God. I remove all ceilings from my expectation. I am worthy of wealth. I am worthy of ease. I am worthy of a life of overflowing provision. I release every past belief of struggle. I release every generational pattern of poverty thinking. I release every memory that told me wanting more was wrong. I now declare the supply I need is here. The prosperity I long for is here. The abundance that belongs to me is here. It comes to me now in ways I cannot predict. It comes to me now from channels I do not yet see. It comes to me now by divine direction and divine order. I give thanks for what is already mine. I give thanks in advance. I give thanks by faith and not by sight. My heart is open. My life is ready. My spirit is steady. God is my supply. I shall not want. God is my supply. I do not fear lack. God is my supply. I am in peace about my provision. God is my supply. I am already rich in the unseen. I am already abundant in truth. I am already walking in overflow in spirit. God is my supply, and I receive now. God is my supply, and I receive from that supply freely and fully and without guilt. As I remain still in this truth, I begin to feel the soft movement of divine abundance unfolding around me. I do not need to grasp. I do not need to strive. I do not need to make anything happen by force. What is mine is drawn to me. What belongs to me finds me. What is prepared for me appears before me, not through strain, but through spiritual alignment. I am a magnet, and my magnetism is made powerful by the words I speak and the faith I carry in my heart. I speak truth, and truth responds. I expect increase, and increase appears. I stand in the knowing that I am magnetic to every form of divine prosperity. The finances I desire, the opportunities I long for, the breakthroughs I have silently prayed for are already finding their way to me. I do not chase wealth. I do not run after money. I do not scramble after contracts or clients or coins out of desperation. Instead, I stand in light. I stand in love. I stand in law. And I let the law do the lifting. I let the law bring it to me. I know that money does not come from people. It comes through people. I know that wealth does not come from a job alone. It comes through a job. The source is always God. The source is always spirit. And when I am aligned with my source, I cannot be denied what is already mine. My prosperity is not in my hustle alone. It is in my alignment. It is in my words. It is in my inner knowing. And I now affirm I am a magnet for divine abundance. Prosperity comes in many forms, and I accept them all. I accept wealth in finances. I accept wealth in ideas. I accept wealth in opportunities. I accept wealth in wisdom. I accept wealth in relationships that open doors. I accept wealth in divine timing that never misses. I no longer turn away from the flow. I no longer limit how good can come to me. I no longer try to control the channel through which God chooses to bless me. I simply remain aligned, and I allow. I allow the floodgates to open. I allow the unexpected to show up. I allow the blessings to find me in ways that take my breath away. Large portions of abundance come to me now, and I accept them with joy, with grace, with a heart full of peace. There is no guilt in prospering. There is no shame in abundance. There is no fear in overflow. I was created to receive. I was created to increase. I was created to reflect divine fullness in every area of my life. I do not apologize for my prosperity. I walk in it with gratitude. I now draw to me what is aligned with my highest good. I draw clients who are genuine. I draw money that flows freely. I draw partnerships that are life-giving. I draw offers that are honest and aligned. I draw ideas that multiply and compound. The better I feel, the more I attract. The more I trust, the faster it flows. The more I bless what I have, the more I receive in return. My magnetism increases with praise. My abundance expands with gratitude. My prosperity deepens with faith. And I do not need to feel perfect to receive. I do not need to have it all together to attract increase. I only need to return to truth. I only need to rest in faith. I only need to speak the word and expect results. And the word I now speak is I shall not lack. I shall not lack in any season. I shall not lack in any circumstance. I shall not lack because God is my source and God has never run out. The law of abundance is not outside of me. It is the law of my own being. My words are declarations. My thoughts are containers. My faith is the frequency, and I now speak words of wealth. I now think thoughts of abundance. I now feel the vibration of a life of divine overflow. I do not try to manufacture this feeling. I return to remembering. I remember who I am. I remember whose I am. I remember that I am backed by the power that created the heavens and the earth. I remember that poverty is not my portion. I remember that lack is not my legacy. I remember that abundance is not outside of me. It is already within me, seeking full expression. I now bless all that I have, and I magnetize more. I bless every coin, every dollar, every resource that has ever passed through my hands. I bless the seasons of little, for they built my faith. I bless the people who gave to me. I bless the good that every resource created. And I bless the greater abundance that is even now on its way. I open every part of myself to receive. My hands are open, my heart is open, my mind is open, my life is open. I am no longer pushing prosperity away with doubt. I am no longer delaying increase with fear. I am no longer rejecting what God is trying to release to me through guilt. I welcome it in with love. I welcome it in with joy. I welcome it in with a spirit of full expectation. It finds me now, it reaches me now, it flows to me now. I do not question the how. I only affirm that it is done. I allow it, I expect it. I receive it. I know who I am. I know what I carry. I know what I deserve. And what I deserve is a life of divine abundance that is already making its way to me now. I attract it. I draw it. I receive it. I shall not lack. I shall not lack. And because I shall not lack, the law of increase is always working for me. It cannot be turned off. It cannot be interrupted. It cannot be reversed. The law of abundance is spiritual law, and spiritual law never fails. I do not need to see the evidence before I believe in its power. I believe, and the evidence follows. I trust the law. I align with the law. I speak in harmony with the law. And I am now surrounded by a divine energy that causes everything I touch to prosper. Everything I give returns multiplied. Every word I speak in faith returns magnified. Every good seed I plant brings a harvest. There is no loss in spirit. There is only expansion, only multiplication, only divine increase. I do not shrink in fear. I do not contract in doubt. I do not hold back in panic. I release with love. I give with joy. I plant with full expectation of harvest. I am always increasing. I am always rising. I am always growing, from one level of abundance to the next. The money I sow returns in greater measure. The good I release circles back in multiplied form. The blessings I extend flow back into my life as abundance, as peace, as open doors, and unexpected provision. I am not afraid to give, for I know the source will never run dry. I do not lose when I give in faith. I rise when I give. I do not diminish when I release. I expand. Because the law of increase cannot be broken, and I live under that law. I live in that vibration. I move in that rhythm. I now release all past beliefs that told me the well would run dry. I release all memories that taught me that there would never be enough. I erase the old programming of scarcity, lack, and limitation. I no longer operate from the false belief that abundance is for someone else. It is for me. It has always been for me. It will forever be for me. I now speak the word of increase. I declare the law of divine prosperity. I affirm the power of supernatural abundance. I am open. I am ready. I am available to receive in every form that goodness chooses to come. I bless what I have. I look at my life right now and I bless it. I bless my home. I bless my income. I bless my accounts. I bless my ideas. I bless my connections. I bless my gifts. I bless my capacity. I bless every dollar, no matter how small it looks right now, and I watch it grow. What I bless increases. What I appreciate multiplies. What I thank expands beyond what I can contain. I walk through my days blessing every good thing. I bless the ones who give to me. I bless the ones I give to. I bless the place where I work. I bless the clients who choose me. I bless the strangers who cross my path. I walk in a constant state of prosperity consciousness, and everything around me is drawn into that vibration of increase. I do not compare. I do not compete. I do not envy what another carries. The law of abundance is personal. It is tailored specifically to me. It meets me exactly where I am and takes me exactly where I am destined to be. There is no pressure. There is no urgency. There is no race. Abundance unfolds in perfect timing, in perfect rhythm, in perfect grace. I relax into the knowing that every day I am expanding. Every moment I am growing. Even when I feel still, I am multiplying. Even when I feel quiet, I am increasing. Even when I do not yet see the change is already happening beneath the surface of what my natural eyes can detect. I plant seeds with every word of faith. I plant seeds with every act of generosity. I plant seeds with every gift given, every prayer spoken, every declaration released in confidence. And I never worry about the harvest. The harvest is guaranteed. The harvest is already forming. The harvest is always greater than the seed I planted. So I give with open hands. I release with joy. I let go with peace. I allow the law to carry my seed forward and return it to me in multiplied and overflowing form. I am no longer focused on how. I am focused on who, and the who is God. The who is spirit. The who is always faithful. I speak the word of abundance, and the universe listens. I speak the word of prosperity, and the world responds. I speak the word of divine increase, and all things begin to move in my favor. I bless what I give, and I bless what comes back. I bless the cycle. I bless the process. I bless the law. I am no longer afraid of giving too much. I am no longer afraid of losing. I give in faith. I receive in joy. I rise in gratitude. I live in the flow of divine abundance every single day. And because I live in that flow, what is mine cannot be lost. What is mine cannot be taken. What is mine cannot be denied. I do not beg for it. I do not chase after it desperately. I do not force it into place. I do not need to hold it with a clenched fist of anxiety. I trust the higher law. I trust divine timing. I trust divine order. What belongs to me by divine right is moving toward me now. What has my name on it is already finding me. It may come from a place I have never seen. It may flow from a hand I have never shaken. It may arrive through a channel I never imagined possible. But I do not need to know the how. I only rest in the knowing that what is mine is already on its way. I relax. I release. I receive. I do not stand in fear. I do not block the flow with unbelief. I do not hold the door closed with worry. I open. I trust. I allow. All that I desire, all that I need, all that I have asked for in prayer is already moving toward me. I trust the delay is never a denial. I trust the waiting is never a waste. I trust that the timing is always right even when I do not understand it. I trust the process. I trust the plan. I trust the power that governs all things. I do not look at the bank balance and collapse. I do not look at the bills and despair. I look at the truth. And the truth is, what is mine cannot miss me. No person can block it. No economy can prevent it. No circumstance can stop it. I am aligned with divine law, and divine law always delivers. I am aligned with perfect order. I am aligned with the infinite, and the infinite never forgets. The infinite never fails. The infinite never runs dry. I let go of all attachment to how it must look. I let go of all fear of losing what I have. I let go of all need to control the channel. If it is mine, it stays. If it is mine, it returns. If it is mine, it grows. I bless what leaves my hands. I bless what returns to me. I bless what comes. I bless what flows. And I declare I do not lose. I only align. The more I trust, the faster it flows. The more I rest in faith, the more I receive. The more I bless, the more I expand into greater levels of abundance. I now move through life with ease, knowing everything I desire is already unfolding in the invisible. I do not rush the process. I do not resist the unfolding. I do not fear the in-between. I remain in peace. I remain in faith. I remain in grace. All things are working for my highest prosperity. Even when I do not see it, it is working. Even when I do not feel it, it is working. Even when I do not understand it, it is working perfectly and precisely on my behalf. I declare that everything meant for me is arriving in perfect order. I declare that everything prepared for me is appearing in divine timing. I declare that every door I need is opening now, and no man can shut it. I walk through life knowing I cannot miss what is mine. I cannot lose what belongs to me. I cannot be passed over for what has already been written with my name. There is no need to panic. There is no need to fear. There is no need to strive in the flesh what faith can accomplish in the spirit. I release the tension. I release the urgency. I release the need to control every outcome. I lean into trust. I lean into peace. I lean into divine wisdom. It knows the way. It leads the way. It clears the way. I step into the path of right action, right place, right time. I meet the right people. I hear the right words. I say the right yes. I say the right no. I am guided without confusion. I am protected without effort. I am provided for, without fear. I now walk as one who is covered by grace. I walk as one who is backed by spirit. I walk as one who has nothing to prove and nothing to fear, because my source never fails. I do not explain my confidence. I do not defend my expectation. I hold my peace. I hold my posture. I hold my declaration. I now decree again, I shall not lack. What is mine is flowing to me. It reaches me with ease. It finds me in rest. It comes to me in peace. I let go of worry. I let go of control. I let go of doubt. I live by law. I speak with faith. I rest in grace. I open to receive all that has been prepared for me. I open to receive because I trust the divine law that governs all things. And in this trust, I now declare that money is my servant, not my master. Abundance serves me. It flows to me and through me with divine purpose. Prosperity does not command my worth. It does not define my value. It does not control my peace. I am not beneath lack. I am above it. I do not bow to scarcity. I bless it and watch it dissolve. I use what I have wisely. I command my resources by spiritual law. I am no longer afraid of money. I am no longer intimidated by wealth. I now see abundance for what it is: a tool, a blessing, a channel of divine goodness. It goes where I direct it. It grows where I plant it. It flows where I bless it. I do not speak of finances with fear. I do not think of prosperity with shame. I do not act around money with anxiety. I am calm. I am clear. I am grounded in truth. I bless the abundance I have, and it multiplies. I use it with purpose, and it returns with increase. I release it with joy, and it comes back overflowing with grace. Abundance is not my enemy. It is not something I have to fight for. It is not something I worship. It is something I welcome, something I walk with, something I hold wisely and gratefully. I do not panic about provision. I do not obsess about money. I flow with it. I cooperate with it. I honor it as a channel of divine goodness in my life. I now declare that I am free from the spirit of lack. I am free from poverty thinking. I am free from the energy of not enough. I am free from every belief that said I had to suffer before I could prosper. I release the idea that struggle is the price of blessing. I release the belief that scarcity is humility. I release the story that lack is holy. I embrace the truth that abundance is alignment with God. I embrace the truth that prosperity is a reflection of divine law working in my life. I embrace the truth that my finances are not my identity. They are my expression of divine provision flowing through a willing vessel. I express truth. I express purpose. I express peace. And so my abundance expresses peace too. I no longer allow lack to lead me. I lead. I lead with vision. I lead with clarity. I lead with divine intention. I lead with grace. I direct my resources toward good. I direct my increase toward healing. I direct my overflow toward expansion. I direct my abundance toward beauty, toward generosity, toward the building of a life that reflects divine goodness. I am not afraid to prosper. I am not afraid to increase. I am not afraid to receive more than I have ever had before. I do not act from desperation. I act from peace. I act from wisdom. I act from divine instruction. I am no longer controlled by the fear of running out. I am no longer gripped by the panic of not enough. I am now seated deeply and firmly in the consciousness of divine abundance. More than enough is my portion. More than enough is my reality. More than enough is flowing to me now. More than enough fills my life now. More than enough meets every need, answers every request, fulfills every purpose. I do not shrink when expenses rise. I do not shake when challenges appear. I do not tremble when the numbers look small. I remain steady. I remain rooted. I remain strong, because lack is not my master. God is my source, and the source has never failed me. The source has never forgotten me. The source has never lacked, and so I lack nothing. I lack no wisdom. I lack no solution. I lack no support. I lack no provision. I shall not lack. I shall not lack. I shall not lack. I command my abundance with trust. I command my increase with vision. I command my prosperity with divine confidence. I speak increase over what I have. I speak order over what I spend. I speak peace over what I manage. I do not avoid my finances. I embrace them. I do not ignore my increase. I celebrate it. I do not fear my abundance. I steward it well. I take care of it with joy. I plan with wisdom. I give with ease. I receive with grace. Abundance comes to me to serve me, and it serves me well. It serves my purpose. It serves my calling. It serves my family. It serves my community. I allow it to be a blessing that flows through me to others. I allow it to be light. I allow it to be joyful and free and easy. I let it serve me as I serve something higher. I do not serve money. I let it serve me. I do not chase it. I let it follow me. I do not beg for it. I speak the word, and it comes. I now speak gently. I now speak boldly. I now speak with the power that was given to me from the very beginning. I give thanks. I give thanks for the increase. I give thanks for the flow. I give thanks for the overflow that is even now making its way to me. Gratitude is my magnet. Gratitude is my channel. Gratitude is my gateway to greater and greater levels of divine abundance. I do not wait to give thanks until it appears. I give thanks now. I give thanks in faith. I give thanks in advance. I give thanks with calm. I give thanks with certainty, because I know it is already mine in the invisible realm. I know it is already here in substance. I know it is already formed in spirit. And what is formed in spirit will manifest in perfect ways and in perfect timing. I now live in the vibration of gratitude. I now walk in the atmosphere of answered prayer and fulfilled promises. I do not need to beg for what is already mine. I do not plead with what is already promised. I simply say thank you. I thank the source. I thank the law. I thank the timing. I thank the unseen forces arranging every detail on my behalf. I thank the ideas that are coming. I thank the money that is moving toward me. I thank the people who are deciding to choose me. I thank the paths that are opening before I even see them. I thank the answers that are already prepared and waiting for my arrival. My heart is open. My mind is still. My spirit is settled and sure. I dwell in thanksgiving. I no longer need to prove anything. I no longer need to fix anything by force. I no longer need to push against the tide. I breathe. I bless, I believe, and I give thanks. I give thanks for every dollar that has ever come into my hands. I give thanks for every resource that has ever served me. I give thanks for every person who has ever been a channel of blessing in my life. I give thanks for every hand I have been able to give to. I give thanks for the divine cycle, the endless movement, the perfect circulation of abundance. Provision flows in, provision flows out. It flows back always in divine rhythm, always in divine order. I now live in that rhythm. I now rest in that order. I no longer fear the giving. I no longer fear the waiting. I no longer fear the unknown channel through which God chooses to bless me. I give thanks through every step of the process. I give thanks in the middle. I give thanks in the in-between. I give thanks when I see it, and I give thanks when I do not yet see it. Because gratitude is not a reaction. It is a decision. It is a posture. It is a law. And I stand under that law now. I live by that law now. I rise in that law now. I give thanks. I give thanks for the miracles that are still forming. I give thanks for the doors that are opening, quietly and precisely. I give thanks for the overflow that is making its way to me through peaceful, perfect, and unexpected channels. I do not need to understand how. I only need to say, thank you. I do not need to predict the path. I only need to praise the source. I do not need to control the outcome. I only need to celebrate the truth. The truth is I am taken care of. The truth is I am provided for. The truth is I am supported by a power greater than any circumstance I face. I lean into that truth. I relax into that truth. I give thanks in that truth. I let go of complaints. I let go of fear. I let go of the noise that tells me there is not enough. I let go of the worry that says it will not come in time. I let go of the pressure that tells me to strive and strain and force. I rest in thankfulness. I rise in thankfulness. I expand in thankfulness. I breathe in peace, and I breathe out praise. I breathe in stillness, and I breathe out joy. I breathe in grace, and I breathe out thanksgiving. The overflow is already here in spirit. The blessing is already on the way, in the natural. The supply is already released. I receive it with a grateful heart. I receive it with a grateful mind. I receive it with open hands and lifted eyes and a spirit full of praise. I bless the increase. I bless the multiplication. I bless the return. I bless the quiet surprises and the loud breakthroughs. I bless the small provisions and the large gifts. I bless the humble beginnings and the great unfolding of abundance in my life. I give thanks again and again. I give thanks. In the morning, I give thanks. In the evening, I give thanks. In the waiting, I give thanks. In the rising, I give thanks. In the stillness, I give thanks. In the overflow, I give thanks. And with every word of gratitude I speak, my world shifts. My atmosphere lifts. My abundance multiplies. I become a clearer channel. I become a stronger magnet. I become a faithful and joyful receiver of everything God has prepared for me. I do not just want abundance. I welcome it. I do not just need prosperity. I thank it. I do not just hope for supply. I live in the vibration of its constant and faithful arrival, and so I give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks. And now, I stand in the center of all that I have spoken and decreed, wrapped in peace, filled with trust, surrounded by grace and the goodness of God. I have spoken the word, and the word is law. I have declared truth, and truth is moving powerfully on my behalf. I have released fear, and I have embraced faith. I do not wait to feel worthy. I was born worthy. I do not wait to be chosen for abundance. I am already chosen. I do not wait to be ready to receive. I am receiving now. I am aligned. I am guided. I am supported. I am provided for in every way. Everything I desire is already unfolding. Everything I need is already flowing. Everything I have believed for is already forming and taking shape in the invisible. I allow it. I accept it. I welcome it. I receive it. I shall not lack. I shall not lack. I shall not lack. It is done. It is settled. It is mine. Under grace, in perfect ways, forever and always. Amen.